Oh man, this safari is not that good. When are we gonna see animals? Oh wait. Oh my god. Is that Phil the Flamingo? From Grady? Ah, that's awesome. Cloudy McCloudy in a suit in Africa? Ah, this is a gradient of good times. What time is it? Oh my god, driver, we need to get to the tech bar right now. They're hosting Ashley Cooper, Colin Knox, and Dave Goldie of Gradient MSP. I can't miss that. Please, speed up, speed up. Ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've all been waiting for is finally here. The Tech Bar, featuring Super Cousin Danny and Powerhouse Ray, is back for another episode with the Gradient MSP team. Ladies and gentlemen, as always, grab your drinks and let's get right into the show.
Hey, what's up, everybody? We are here on our first ever The Tech Bar. That's what we're calling it, right, Sean? The Tech Bar?
Yes, the Tech Bar. Yes, you are right, Ray.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the March 3rd episode of the Tech Bar with your hosts, Ray, OIT, Ray, Godfather of VoIP, Orsini, and are we going with Super Cousin Danny?
I guess that's what we're doing. I guess that's what we're
I
doing.
like it.
Yeah, let's go with it.
I like that moniker. That's
I'm good with
how
it.
you doing,
I'm good
Danny?
with it. I'm doing all right. How about yourself?
I'm fucking fantastic, dude. It's we're trying this out on a brand new platform. So those of you our loyal family over in the chat, we appreciate you guys. We're going to go ahead and apologize in advance. This might be more of a shit show than usual, but we can do some cool stuff. I don't know what the fuck we're doing. It doesn't matter. For those of you that don't know, Danny is my super cousin. He's Simon a green screen. Actually, if anybody has a green napkin, we can use that. I think that's sufficient too. But yeah, man, today we have an awesome episode. Are you excited for today?
Absolutely excited. I mean, we could get into Tuesday night's activities later in the show, but now that I've recovered, I'm ready to get back into it, I guess.
Yeah, it's we'll get into that. We did we'll call it bourbon research on Tuesday night. Have you ever had so many bourbons in one night?
I've had that many bourbons in one night before. I just haven't had that many different types of bourbon in one night. And I think that may have been the issue.
See, I don't feel that mixing bourbon is the same as mixing regular drinks, right? Normally, if you have like a lemon drop and then you have an old fashioned and then you have like, something else, you're going to be messed up the next day. You are going to be dying the next day. I don't think, and I'd love to hear from our family in the chat, and we'll ask our guests as they come up. I don't feel like just mixing a single type of drink, like just bourbons, I don't feel that really affects anything. Keith, I see you in the chat. Keith, please tell us, do you have you obviously are aged like a fine bourbon. In your experience, does drinking different types of the same liquor have the same effect of a hangover as drinking different liquors? All I heard from Ray is I don't think that's about right, Gavin. I appreciate that. Yeah. And actually, I see Drew Hackworth. Hacksworth, as I've renamed him, in the chat. Our bourbon today is actually an homage to Drew. But before we get into that, Danny, this is your sophomore episode, right? This is the
Yep.
last one of your freshman.
I'm
so
already
your
talking
sophomore.
more. I'm already talking more in the first 10 minutes, 5 minutes. So that's
Do you
already
feel
a good
older
thing,
and
right?
wiser?
As always, it's like riding a bike. You got to learn how to ride the bike. Just can't forget, you know?
Yeah. And so going back to what we did Tuesday night real quick, my sister, Danny's aunt, after a 40-year stint with cancer, fighting the shit out of it and proving doctors wrong for over 4 decades, which is absolutely fucking ridiculous. She passed away Monday of the previous week. And I'm not trying to get everybody down. This is actually a pull people up. My family is very, very, very close. Danny and I are closer to brothers than cousins. So we all got together as a big Cuban Italian family does. And we got together after the viewing and went way too hard into the night. And we did the same thing the next day after the burial. We went way too hard into the night. But the positive of it was we got to drink a ridiculous amount of bourbon and had a good time. And it was a nice celebration for my sister Madi. So we'll have a toast for her later.
Yeah, it was great.
But it was nice.
Great.
So and I call it research for the bar, in my opinion. So we have a packed episode today. Simon, come up, tell us what we got coming up today, dude.
Okay, so first, I'd like to say that this is gonna be the first episode where I'm actually drinking because we have to celebrate that we switched to a new platform, and I'm scared for the shit show that this is gonna be. Huh? The platform is way better, actually. It's way better. We're able to do cool things like this, which we still haven't figured out, but we'll figure it out eventually.
It's on the screen as new comments will display here, but there's nothing on the screen.
I gotta tell you, it's very pretty. It's very pretty, the whole UI and everything.
We need some IT providers to kind of help us out. So I'll be
are there any IT people in the chat? I would appreciate that. And for the record, right up until like 2 minutes before the episode, for like the 15 minutes prior, my camera wasn't working, my audio wasn't working. It was like right up till the last second it all works. So, it is what it is.
All right, so the show is not about us, it's about our
Wait, hold on. We need to address this real quick. What the fuck is this?
I'm wearing slides. All right, hold on. I'm wearing elf slides. If you guys can see.
Jesus. Wow.
So I stay true to myself. It's a new year, a new platform, but I'm still an elf. So thumbs up on the chat for that. Okay, anyways, Art, there we go.
Yeah, that's a good question, Matt. I was actually going to ask you.
Well, you know what?
With his
I think we should tease that. I think we should hold it till later. I definitely think we should come back to that.
Definitely, because something did happen. And yeah, let's just say that might be why I'm drinking today. But anyways, the show is not about us. It's about our guest, and we have a packed house today. So, ladies and gentlemen, today for the first guest, we have our friend over at Grading MSP, Colin Knox. What's up, Colin? How you doing?
Colin, doing good.
Dude, so nice to see you again. This is like the second time we talked this week, which is fantastic.
This is.
Which is always nice. And I like that you're, and now that I see it again, your background has changed more than just the belt, right? This is not.
Yeah.
You had like a bigger, like,
I had a
behind you.
different setup before. The shield used to be further over here. It was all over the place. So I had to get some more things in. I had to copy you on the purple lights, and
I like it.
I
like it. And you have, and I see that championship belt. Lots of toys, which I always appreciate you. But before we get into the belt, we want to talk a little about Gradient. We learned very early on that if we give you time, we give you guys time to talk about yourselves later in the show, we're so shit-faced that we forget about it, and it's not the most professional.
It's not the most the best.
Yeah, so it's not the best look. It's not the best look, and I know you guys have this like growing awesome company. You're like bringing on 50 people every 30 seconds. Industry heavy hitters, as we're going to see later on, which is awesome. It's fun to watch you guys, but I'd like to give you a minute or so. Danny and I are going to get the hell off the stage, give you a minute to talk about Gradient and what it is. So no pressure.
You didn't tell me I needed to
good luck
up here. All right. Awesome. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages. No. Yeah, if you haven't heard of Gradient MSP, then we're doing a really shitty job of getting our name out there. But what we're all about is my history was running and being an MSP, and then creating a channel company with a cybersecurity business. Worked as a channel vendor for a while, and had a lot of understandings of all the struggles that happen on both sides of this ecosystem. And so we wanted to bring everybody together and help to just make everything more accessible, make things more understandable, and eliminate a lot of the guessing games and challenges that MSPs have in their everyday lives and that channel vendors have when they're trying to reach MSPs and work with them. So at Gradient MSP, we've built an integration platform that helps solve some of the back office solution or tasks that happen in your business, like billing reconciliation. Invoicing is quick and easy, but making sure you're billing the right amount on those invoices, not so easy when you look at all the things you're reselling. So we've gone about solving that issue or task for MSPs, and at the same time we've opened it up for channel vendors to be able to integrate with us in order to be able to deliver those PSA integrations that you've been begging or demanding them for over the last however many years. So giving every channel vendor the ability to integrate into one day all the PSAs, today 8, and allowing MSPs to have freedom of choice to be able to choose any channel vendor, and knowing that they integrate through to your PSA and help you automate some of those recurring tasks and challenges that you have in your business. So that's what we're all about today. We've got about 40 people on staff. That's we're coming up on triple in size. We were 13 in November. We brought on a big Series A, raised just over $10 million. So we're running after this hard. Because we're really, really passionate about solving this for MSPs, solving this for channel vendors, and being able to better unite this entire market.
Wow, that's that's a whole lot. But I like it. I like it.
That is
And
impressive growth.
you've in 2
November,
years
that's crazy.
had the. Is it 2 years or is it?
No, we founded the company in October. At the end of October of 2020, so we're not quite a year and a half in right now.
Wow. And you've gone through a couple iterations, or this is the second. You're on round 3 of new items. Is Synthesize round 3 or is
Synthesize is the program? Synthesize is more the program. So
right, but you didn't launch.
We've played around with names, and we can talk a lot about iterating and trial and error and stuff like this. And I think we've taken certain approaches to market. We thought we'd be clever and name the initial product for MSPs to use called Billable, because it does billing reconciliation. And then there's Gradient, but then we're like, oh wait, it's pretty soon, actually probably in the next 4 months, you'll see that we're doing more than just billing reconciliation. So probably a stupid move on my part, but hey, always got to have fun and try to have fun with branding and marketing. So you'll probably see some things just move back to the Gradient platform. But Synthesize is our integration program. So if you're a channel vendor watching this, you need to hit up Synthesize and get some market access and deliver the integrations that your partners need. If you're an MSP watching this, check out Synthesize and introduce it to your vendors. Because if you want PSA integrations, the reason they ain't delivering them to you is there's too many PSAs for them to integrate with and continue supporting all of those integrations. We allow them to have that quick path. So, yeah.
Yeah, and that's cool. I mean, that's the challenge, right? You launch something new, and you're an old hat at this, right? Like you launch something new, and it's like, do you come out with the cool name, but does the cool name project what you're doing? And as you start to do more things, it's like, yeah, it's tough. It's a challenge. Trust me. We're brand whores here, and we do like we have everything has a name for something, and it's like, but it's hard to how does it tie back to the original? So I definitely appreciate the challenges back and forth, but regardless, it is very cool. That was a call we had earlier this week with Andrea, right?
Yeah, Andrea.
Yeah,
another heavy hitter we brought on. She's not joining the call today, I guess, but yeah, she was doing a lot of tech alliances at Datto for a long time, spent some time at Huntress, and now came over to help us with this.
That's the whatchamacallit. We're only going to torture so many of your staff at this point, right? We got
Right?
Dave, we got Ashley.
Only 3 at a time.
Only 3 at a time. We'll limit it to that. But it's cool. So yeah, I mean, we're definitely gonna work with you guys on Synthesize, and I think it's really awesome what you're trying to accomplish. And so
Thank you.
I'm very bullish on that. So to get started, that's all we're gonna be as professional. That is the beginning and the ending. Oh, Tony, my brother. Oh yeah,
Tony.
Tony and I are
Right
also
here.
going to do some great things. You will see starting next week. We'll tease that in a little bit. But Simon, let's keep this show rolling, my friend. What do we got coming up?
Yeah, so I think we're a little bit behind. This is a drinking show. So,
Yeah.
Colin, why don't you tell us a little bit about what you'll be drinking today?
Yeah, so I've modified because I realized last minute that I didn't have enough ingredients, but doing a modified old fashioned maker's bourbon, nothing super fancy. Have the twist of orange in there, but I've mixed it up with a little bit of ginger ale in. That's an extra little something.
I like that.
Feels good on the palate.
Nice.
That's what I'll be enjoying tonight.
What about you,
Very
Danny?
nice.
What will you be drinking today?
As you heard earlier, not old fashioned. I will be having pisco sour. Currently, I have it already in the kitchen. I've been mixing it. I was actually mentioning to Colin earlier that there is one main ingredient that I do not have in it, which is the egg whites. But everything else is in there. Didn't have the eggs to complete it, but it's still just as good. Although, Colin, you did tell me what was it again that's a good a replacement for egg whites?
Yeah, so the vegan alternative to egg whites is called aquafaba. It's just the watery kind of juice that you get in a can of chickpeas. So you take that, you strain it, whip it up, works just as good.
Interesting.
Nice. And then Ray,
That is
what
cool.
would you be drinking?
I had no idea. That is
Yeah,
pretty-
me neither, because I have 3
Yeah.
drinks for you.
yeah. Oh no. I'm sorry. I'm doing the fifth one.
Okay,
Whatchamacallit. So whatchamacallit. Yeah, no, and as far as like old fashions, which is my go-to, and Danny, can you back me up? I make the most badass old fashioned there ever was.
I mean, as much as I can recall from Tuesday, yes. I'll go with that.
and as a straight drink, I do Maker's 46, but for a mixer for old fashioned, Maker's is my go-to since it's so sweet. This one is actually inspired by Drew. Let's see if I can actually get the camera working properly. There we go. This is called Fistful of Bourbon. So this is specifically for Drew and his karate moves. I saw it and I was like, okay, this looks pretty cool. It's actually a blend of 5 different bourbons into one, which, if you're going to have a fistful, this sounds like what you finish the night with instead of what you start the night with. But I'm very excited about this.
Nice.
Oh, and there's and of course Jason Slagle. I feel bad for Danny because Danny had to hear my story about why Luxardo cherries are the only real maraschino cherries. Do you remember this, Danny? Do you remember why?
I do. It's a certain place in Italy, and it's a family, and they kind of grew them, and then they try to synthesize them over here, and that's why they're like very like hot pink or very pink, and to put on Sundays, and they're not real. Did I get the gist of it, or?
You know what? For the amount of drinking you were doing to remember that much, I'm impressed. I'm absolutely impressed. So, and I'm doing my smoking here. Smoking my glass. But yeah,
that little contraption is amazing. Let me tell you.
That is.
Yeah, the smoke hat. Yeah, or the fog hat.
The smoke hat is really cool.
But yeah, you got it right. I'm very impressed, Danny. So yeah, Luxardo cherries are the only cherries I will ever put in an old fashioned. So, Kyle Jackson first, close. You get first to the drinks, so we'll give you credit for that.
But before the
There we
drinks,
go.
we do have some rules at the bar that we usually like to show, so our guests can know. So, Colin, why don't you do us a favor? I know that the font is small. We've been working on the graphic for about a year. There's been a ticket.
It's only a
just so
2 year,
it's gonna-
a year and a half show at this point.
Yeah, it's just I need to bump it up in the priority list. But why don't you help us reading the first 3 rules?
Sure. The bartenders are always right. Wait, am I a bartender too in this? Or
You are
am
a
I just a
bartender for
guest?
today. Yeah,
Okay,
absolutely.
Yeah.
absolutely. Then the bartenders are always right. No politics or religion at the bar. The only religion is what you're drinking. And if you hear these words, you drink. Namaste. Unprecedented and the new norm.
And Danny, why don't you kick us off with the 4, 5, and 6 as you're taking a sip?
And I gotta get to new norm. Give me a second. Oh wait, I just said it too. All right.
That's unprecedented. Doing that while we're still doing the. Oh, sorry.
Oh man, this is gonna be
This is
long.
how he ends up ordering a Nintendo Switch when he gets home. All right.
Yep. That'll happen. So, rule number 4, sports are on 24/7. Number 5, what happens at the bar stays at the bar. And number 6, if the bartender is wrong, see rule number 1. I am not going to try to explain that again. That was a very bad issue.
Perfect.
Last
And then
tech bar.
Oh, we will get into it, sir. We will absolutely get into that. For as many times as you've repeated my closet story, we will absolutely get into your Switch and your dresser story. So we have a request in the chat. John wants to know
There
if there's
may
gonna be a
well
coffee
be
post.
a coffee club. I haven't been on much on LinkedIn in a while. It's been a wee bit busy for the last couple of months, but there may be.
perfect. And we do
All
have
right,
a
so
quote to get us kicked off. So
Steven, that's
yeah,
funny.
so we'll. Okay, so Simon, why don't you, since you're drinking, this is a new one for us. Why don't you give the toast? I don't think you've done this.
oh, wait. Okay. That's not the toast that I have put, but I'll do this one then. To end we're full of truth and full of fiction. Please raise your glasses to our unbreakable addiction.
Namaste, my
Cheers.
friend.
Namaste. Mm-hmm.
What's up, Bryce? How you doing? Oh, that's
Mm.
that's an interesting taste right there. That is okay. Yeah. That's a little heat. We're gonna have some party tonight. Okay. I just feel bad. We're so those that have been on the tech bar, all the tech bar guests know this, but there's a select few of the tech bar family in the chat. We always have an after party after the tech bar. It's and that has gone into like Kelvin. We did that up to like it was sunrise, and he was going to bed, and we still stayed up a couple hours. Whatchamacallit, fortunately or unfortunately, let's see how this goes. MSP Geek is doing their candid convo with ConnectWise, starting at right after the Tech Bar today. So I'm going to go directly from this, and many of the Tech Bar family joins that. So the ConnectWise candid convo with McGee and many others will be the Tech Bar after party.
That's the after party. Wow.
Oh yeah.
The after
Yep.
party. That's going to be interesting. Yeah. All right. Simon, what's next, man? That's not bad. It's not bad.
Okay.
Danny, how's yours?
It's good. It's very good. I feel like it's missing something like egg white, but
Like egg white or vegan egg white or
Aquafaba. I'll never. It's one of my favorite words now.
yeah, I like it. I like it. All right. So Simon, why'd you jump off, dude?
No, so we're at the bar. So Colin told us something about a bar story that he had about a very big bar bill, and then someone in his team might have been responsible for Colin paying something like that.
It's even worse than that. And some people have heard this story. So you'll notice I have a new haircut here. I had to do my hair.
I was going to comment. I was going to say
for
you
a
look
long
fabulous,
time. For a long time, Mr. Dave Goldie and I were mistaken for each other all the time. And what was really awkward about that is we both competed with each other, because I was at Passportal and he was at IT Glue, and those companies weren't exactly friends, let's be honest. And yeah, we were at a DattoCon event, and I went up to clear my tab of what I thought was my tab. And as I was about to just sign it because I was talking to somebody else, a person on my team was like, whoa, 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 that is not our tab. And it was a hefty tab, let's just say. And so a fight ensued with the bartender because allegedly I'd been there all night buying drinks for all of my friends and living it up. And in the end, I wanted to get done and get back to things. So I cleared up the tab, and then turns out Goldie went to the bar to clear his tab because he had been out, socializing. I don't know if he was having a smoke or what, and came in to learn that his tab had been paid. So bartender had confused us, and I bought a few drinks for IT Glue and their friends that evening. And by a few,
Awesome.
I probably mean like several hundred drinks.
And that's just because you're a nice guy. You're known as being the nice guy for the channel.
Isn't that nice? Can we
Ray,
do
I
like
was gonna
nicest
say,
guy in the
who are
channel?
we thanking then? Who are we thanking for those drinks then? I don't know who we're thanking at this point. Are we thanking Colin?
I don't know if we should thank Colin or Dave or other Dave. Like, what's
I
up?
think you just thank IT Glue's corporate card for that one. There you go. Here's the real deal, dude. Like, you hired me for one after that, which is friggin' hysterical. And then
I get my investment back.
Did I ever pay you back the 2500 USD? I don't think I did. I'm paying you back now with this free product that I'm selling for you.
That's awesome. And speaking of drinks at the bar, I saw Bryce post something in the chat. He said, raise a glass for everybody that started a new job. Bryce is a good buddy. Also here in Florida, he just started with a new service provider. So cheers to you. And also we have Steven, who just joined us, this week. This was his first week. So cheers to both of you guys. Namaste.
Cheers to all those with new gigs. Hopefully you are paid to drink like we are.
Right? I mean, and I don't know, Danny, if you know this, we have a liquor budget. I mean,
we got
Colin,
budget
every
too.
good vendor has a liquor budget,
Really?
right? Like that's just
Absolutely. That's it is a line item on our annual budget, and Goldie owns that line item. So if you need some liquor,
she's the only one that used it all up. The year's supply in one night.
He used a lot over the last 2 weeks. I actually approved an expense report yesterday afternoon that was big.
You can say, bro. You can say I was floating about 14 Jeezys USD right there for a couple of bourbons. That's for sure.
It was a good one. It was a good one.
I like it. My wife, who does all the finance stuff, absolutely loves it every time I get a couple bottles delivered to the house, or every time I go to a conference and I'm just submitting the receipts. And she's like, "You're supposed to write the names." I'm like, there were too many people to write names on the back of this receipt. That's not happening.
Well, it adds up when you start doing the 400 plus, ounces of scotch to celebrate things. So gets going.
Oh, you looked at the itemized bill? Oh, sorry.
Oh no, I did that before too. I did see yours, but I did that before. Palm Springs.
It was quality, not quantity. It was quality, high quality.
Right?
So, Dave, how you feeling now, dude? Like, are you as nervous as you were?
Feeling good. I had no idea what to expect because the great Ashley Cooper was like, "You're supposed to be scared shitless of this thing, dude." And I was like, "It sounds to me like we're just hanging out, drinking like friends." But I'm still waiting for the scary part of this. I don't know. There's supposed to be something scary.
There's no scary part. I mean, and Ashley could, as she is a Tech Bar veteran at this point. She's been on Tech Bar several times. She's been a guest several times. She's been in the after party many times. She should be calming you down, so no big deal, and relaxing. Maybe telling you to grab a box of wine, you'll be fine. But no, she's
Chicken
terrifying.
Little.
I got a box of wine over
raised,
there.
Holy hell! No,
for the longest time, I wanted to brand a bottle of bourbon. I think we may just end up branding a box of wine or something and just call it a day.
See, they're still trying to scare me. Kyle was like, "Run, cool. Goldie!"
If you did that would be pretty awesome if you were able to do that, Ray. I think that would be I think that'd be cool. I mean, I probably won't drink it. I'm gonna have from Tuesday, but probably still be good.
I mean, knowing me, I'd empty it out and I'd probably refill it with bourbon. Or if I get one of these and get one of these as a flask and fill this up. If anybody knows where to find a flask of Mjolnir, let me know. I will buy you one. I will buy me one.
You got a Thor hammer, some
you
bourbon
could turn
in
that
your
more
face.
into a bong than a flask. I just, noticing at the dimension and structure.
I hate that I was
we
actually
weren't allowed
thinking
to
the same
talk
thing.
politics, Colin. We weren't allowed to talk politics.
Is that
That shit's legal in
politics or
Canada,
religion?
bro.
It depends, right? It's,
Right. Wait a minute.
That shit's legal in Canada.
dang it.
It's a very
Sure
political
is.
discussion,
Sure
Colin.
is.
Namaste.
Oh man.
Namaste.
Namaste. Oh yeah. Gotta raise a glass to that. Goldie, what are you drinking, dude?
Well, you asked me before, and what was my response?
Right.
I said, I'm going to have Japanese scotch. Just don't tell Grandpa Goldie because I'm a single malt drinker. But then on Monday, Colin told me that I had a gradient event that was virtual that I had to drink at, and it was marketed as a bourbon event. So I love bourbon, but I didn't have any in the house. So I went out to this specialty liquor store. So I went out and got 4 bourbons. I got the Elijah Craig small batch, the Basil Hayden. I learned about Dana White's Howler Head banana flavored. It sounds disgusting bourbon, but it's good. And then there's the Screwball peanut butter whiskey. The only time I've had peanut butter and bourbon was when I was spreading peanut butter on my toast the next morning for my kid, and I had last night's bourbon on my breath. But yeah, it sounds sick. It's delicious. You guys gotta try this shit. It's so good.
I've heard of that peanut butter whiskey. I've heard of that Screwball peanut butter whiskey before, and it sounded like it. But I heard it's great. I heard it's absolutely.
Yeah, it sounds good to me.
It's so good. I wish I could give you a sip right now, Ray. You would love it. I mean, it does not sound good. Whoever said that, but yeah, no, it is.
I will get us a bottle with the next time we're at a show together, and we will imbibe together, and we'll discuss which expense report it goes on. We'll find out.
It goes on IQ Blues, or I guess Kaseya's now.
There you go.
But okay, because Goldie and Colin, it's the same person either way. Doesn't
Same
matter.
thing.
Exactly.
You never see us in the same place.
What do we got,
Hey,
John?
is that an actual old fashioned, Colin? People want to know.
So it's real bourbon, but like I said, it's the ginger ale, splash of ginger, and my ice has since melted, which fucking sucks if I'm being honest. But I'm waiting for dinner to get delivered while we're meeting here, and maybe the bar wench will bring me a new one. We'll see.
Yeah, my wife hates it when I call her that. I do the same thing. I order food because otherwise I'm not going to last during the bar. Let's be honest.
Right.
But I don't know if I count ginger ale as a proper old fashioned.
It's not. But like I said, I didn't have everything I needed, and it was a bit of a busy day.
Oh, he did mention it was a makeshift old fashioned. He said it.
Oh, okay.
And
Sorry.
I
You're not a liar.
appreciate the persistence and the perseverance.
Does anybody know what
There you
this
go.
is?
You got. I can't even see it. Simon, can you make him big? Wait, no, not that.
That's the wrong person.
Yeah, this is what happens when I fuck with.
I know.
Oh, that's from
Eagle 5.
Danny. That's Eagle. So the reason I'm calling Danny is because his gamer tag has been Lone Star for like a decade.
Yeah, I've actually been commenting in the. Yeah, you know what's funny, Colin? I mentioned earlier I have a Tesla. I named it Eagle 5.
Yeah. Well, this has been hiding in storage for about 7 years because my wife was like, "You're not putting that shit up on the wall." And then we just moved at Christmas time, and I finally have a dedicated office space. And I was like, maybe I will put that shit on the wall. And it seems to be a conversation piece. You would not believe how many people have no friggin' clue what the hell this thing is, though. You guys nailed it right away. But is the next generation not seeing Spaceballs?
No, well, so I train. I'm a big believer in training your kids right. So my kids have seen all the best classic movies, including Spaceballs, including Dr. Frankenstein and all that stuff, right? Behind the bookcase. Yeah. So when my son was like 6 months, 7 months, I have a picture of me in my downstairs office watching a TV. I have 42-inch above my monitors. And has a scrolling text, but it's the opening of Spaceballs. But it looks just like Star Wars, right? So it has him looking at the camera, and I got the big thing. And everybody's like, "Oh, you're teaching him Star Wars. You're teaching him Star Wars." I'm like, "No, it's Spaceballs." It's
so good. So good.
Oh man.
I just gotten shit from somebody on our team that slacked me saying bar wench.
Oh,
shit.
nice. Hey, I got an important question.
She's
I have a
texting
huge,
Amanda right now.
I got a huge
Yeah, dude.
debate with my wife right now. You know, my son's 4, and he friggin'
Mhm.
loves the Ghostbusters theme song. And so I said, let's watch some Ghostbusters. And my wife believes that he's too young for this.
How old
For
is he?
Ghostbusters.
How old is he again?
Like,
Ghostbusters
wait.
1, the first one, you know?
Oh no,
There's
that's
nothing wrong
totally
with Ghostbusters.
safe.
9-year-old to see
No,
Ghostbusters.
Totally
Nah,
safe.
you're
Some of the
good.
other
Okay,
ones,
call my
maybe
wife
not
right
so
now,
much.
all of you. I'm gonna give her a cell phone
Let's
number
get her
right
on.
now.
I mean, we only have a
Put her
couple
on.
hundred
Put her on
people
speaker.
watching.
Put her on
Let's
speaker.
Simon, make it happen. Good job. All right. So I had to make sure I could do that on
You didn't
YouTube.
even
That's
snap your fingers and he disappeared. Look at that.
Well, then I was like,
I'm
what's the
inevitable.
scary part? And she was like, the library scene. And I was like, what's like the slime
No.
scene? And she was like, no, the ghosts. And I was like, that's not scary. What about like the scene when he's trying to bang the chick and stuff like
Yeah,
that? You know,
no.
maybe that's not appropriate.
Ghostbusters 2 is a definite no-fly zone for a 4-year-old, though.
Yeah.
Right?
No, that
like
gets a little.
that one is no-fly zone.
I looked it up. They're both PG.
Really?
They're both
Well, we
PG.
grew up in the 80s, man. Things were. It was a different time.
Those were the good old days.
Nothing went wrong with us.
Yeah. This was
There it
Geo and
is.
me when he was a baby.
That's
Dude,
awesome.
that's sick. I love that.
Yeah.
I
You
can
know,
see how that
Ray,
could have
it's
been
funny that
mistaken for Star
Ray knows
Wars.
this story that my wife, when we met, she had never watched Star Wars. And it was always like, I kept asking people, how should I have her watch it? Should I have her watch the original and then the prequels and what have you? And then I got to the point that I'm just like, you know what? Let me just have her do it 1 through 6, right? Like perfect, like in order, so she understands what's going on. And it's funny because everybody was saying, "Oh, she's gonna miss the I Am Your Father" thing. Funny thing, we're in the middle, towards the end of Revenge of the Sith, the third one, and then just randomly she asked me, "I don't get it. Where's Darth Vader?" And I'm like, "That's gonna be her moment." That was her moment. Because this kid I've been following the whole time is Darth Vader. Ah, it was perfect.
Right?
It worked out perfect.
That was her
Yeah.
moment.
It's the same for me. Like I found out my wife hadn't seen a Star Wars after we got married. I was like, that would have been information I should have known before. Definitely. I don't know if we would have
Exact
got married.
same thing here. Exact same
Yeah,
thing here.
you know. Well, I just don't do what. So my wife, I'm slightly a Star Wars fan, right? Like I have a dark saber next to me, and and I probably have 13 or 14 lightsabers around. So whatchamacallit, so when Force Awakens came out in theaters, my wife surprised me about tickets for me. And so we're in the hallway waiting in the line to be let into the theater, and she's like, Han Solo dies, right? And I'm like, what? like my brain melted because I hadn't watched any of the preview. Like I didn't watch
Dude.
Twitter. Like I wanted to know nothing, and so like I can only imagine that's like people finding out like who Darth Vader is like prematurely. Yeah, that's
That
Dude,
ruins
I
the
had the
Star Wars
same thing
experience.
because my wife had not seen any of them. And then same thing, we're going to Force Awakens, and I said, but you can't go without knowing anything about this series. So she went and found this amazing website that broke everything down, like everything. And then we're walking into the movie or watching something, and then she totally just starts talking about, well, and then there's the Sith Lord's granddaughter and blah blah blah. I was like, what are you doing right now? What is going on? And she had no idea. She just read the entire story of everything, including all of the movie we were just about to watch.
Wow.
So that really sucked.
So speaking of movies, Goldie has Eagle 5 in the background. You have a beautiful background with just so much, right? You got Grogu, I see Darth Vader, you got the gauntlet,
Yeah, dude.
but you got the shield back there too.
Yeah.
And Simon keeps telling me to bring up the shield. I don't know why the fuck I'm bringing up the shield, but I'm bringing up the shield. I mean, why am I bringing up the shield, dude? There's a segue for you. Okay, so we got to explain this here, right? So I feel very
on your vision.
Oh
Who am I? Am I Black Panther?
No, you're Winter Soldier, man.
Oh yeah.
So,
So
yeah.
good.
So,
Canadian reference, I
Wow.
oh yeah.
Oh
that's a
my
good-
God.
I didn't think of that.
This is
Okay,
so good.
so this is, I've been told many times, and I'm very proud of, the OIT swag store is top notch. We have like stuffed animals, which is Cloudy with Cloudy McCloudy. However, the only other company I've seen that has as strong, amazing, fun branding is you guys. So for those that don't know, that is Phil the Flamingo, correct? That is, am I saying
Flamingo, yeah. Phil the Flamingo, baby.
Yeah.
Phil the Flamingo?
Yeah.
And so we figured it'd be a nice little civil war, like, you know, one versus another. And I appreciate.
This is awesome.
I hate that my head, every time they do my freaking head, it's enormous. I look like a bobblehead.
Somebody said it needs to be bigger, and it does, buddy. Yeah, you got to rock that.
That's for
Theme so far, but like, you know, at
Simon
least
looking
one is
sleek
Vision.
in the
It's got
Spidey
no neck.
costume.
I
though.
know he looks so good. Why the rest of us look like a
That
bunch
is-
of idiots?
They do this every time, and Danny looks
A
good as
lot of
freaking
cleavage for Cloudy,
like,
though.
I mean, I'm telling you, Cloudy. I've never.
Cloudy's hot.
You know, I kind of like Cloudy. Cloudy.
That's a nice,
Seeing her in
nice
a different
Cloudy.
light now.
I love
Oh.
Ash
Ashley's hard
thing.
to
I
see in
think
the
I do a call
background there,
that-
but yeah, she looks great too.
Oh, that's
Wow.
awesome. Oh, I just noticed Ash's the Scarlet Witch in the background.
I just saw that too. I was like, gotta squint there, gotta really get in there, but she looks
Oh,
great too.
that makes her
is so
comments
good.
so much more that makes so much more sense now. Okay. And I'm
So
sorry
now
for
next
your
time you
loss,
go to the bartender-
Scarlet Ash.
Now, next time calling you run into the bartender. I'm Captain America. That was Winter Soldier that actually paid for that. That was buying.
There
those
we
drinks.
go. See, but I paid his drinks.
Oh, that's true. Well, you're a captain. You're Captain America. You gotta do
Clearly,
it.
yeah. Cap's
You gotta
gotta
do it.
Cap's gotta do it.
I love it. I love it. And
That
Simon,
picture is gold.
yeah, we'll get that up on social and tag the hell out of you. I mean, I love that. So Simon, you got something with racing. I don't know, guys. This is not Fallon. We are still getting ours. Like, you know,
Here at
so-
the bar, we like to talk about hobbies. So we do a little bit of discovery, and Colin has some cool fucking cars, and he let us know that he likes racing a little bit.
I do.
So Colin, why don't you talk a little bit about that?
Oh boy. Let's see. Racing. So I'm a bit crazy because I'm a little bit overconfident when I'm racing cars. So I was racing my R8 and forgot how much money I had paid for it and figured I would try to go into a chicane as fast as humanly possible. And we almost, it was almost a very bad situation. Luckily, I pulled it out and we were all okay. But I've stopped racing vehicles that expensive for now, and just kind of stick to some more menial cars. But love cars, love racing, and I don't think I would like to take on a Tesla. I've seen enough. I've seen enough races against those, especially the Plaid. So that's
Yeah, that's.
please, I've been hearing Danny talk about his Tesla for months already. It's every day. We do our morning stand up. He's put in his Tesla link for anybody to like add on for, you know, get extra supercharger miles or whatever every day for months. I finally get my first new car in 20 years. I mean, I bought cars over the last 20 years. It's just my first brand new car in 20 years. And what does Danny do? He's still talking about his damn Tesla. So I don't want to hear shit about Teslas anymore.
You should tell him what.
Is it like a
if he was
mystery
leaving.
girlfriend though, like where he just talks about it all the time, but nobody's ever seen it?
No, he's taken. That's the problem with being like family. Like, you know, when we were in the office, he would take everybody out, and every time we're at the house, it doesn't matter if you've seen it.
Hey,
We'll
gotta
take
do
you
the 0 to
outside,
60. That's
the
the
light
fun
show,
part.
and
It's the fun part.
we were leaving at like 2 a.m. on Wednesday morning, and you were doing your little light show on your Tesla
Yeah, I
with the
know.
windows going up,
Yeah, I
the
know.
things going in.
Yeah.
And out.
That's where
Yeah.
autonomous driving comes in handy after a night like Tuesday, I think.
Yeah,
Or-
but
I'll race
Yeah.
all of you in my
Not out
VW
yet.
Atlas, my family
so I
car.
just had to
I'll
do
take you
old
down.
school and just have the wife drive home.
Nice.
That's
Probably
fun.
better. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
probably the smart.
That
play.
was the move.
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
Oh man.
I was driving a
it's about- and actually we have-
1976 Cadillac Eldorado drop top baby blue on baby blue
Ooh.
at one point, and then I got married and I had kids. And I got this Atlas
Yeah.
thing, you know, not a
Hey,
minivan.
but you got to keep Eagle
Your
5
car.
picture frame. You got to keep that though. So that's important.
The Rose is
Yeah.
on fire in the chat, by the way. I know that you dudes know who this dude is, but he earlier on
He?
talked about how he took his Catholic school children and their classmates to see South Park, the movie, and I want to hang out with this dude. I don't know how he gets
Oh
away
wow.
with that shit.
Yeah. Keith is wow. Yeah. There you go. Speaking of racing, Simon has a picture of Colin winning his last race. Simon, can you bring that up real quick?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Podium.
What was it? The Flamingo 500? What do
yeah,
we know
it
what race this
was.
was?
It was. That's actually kind of funny because I think my fire suit's very similar color. I got to look it up now.
Do you really have a fire suit? Do you have pictures of that?
I'm looking. Actually, one of my favorite racing stories, our chief experience officer at Gradient, him and I have been BFFs for like 15, 16 years, but we went out and raced open wheel Indy cars in Fontana, California, that circuit. That was an insane experience when you're ripping around at 160 miles an hour on an 11-degree bank and realizing at any second you could die. That was quite the experience. But
yeah, I go slightly slower. I drive an SUV and I go slightly slower, but you know I'm willing to race Danny any race over 300 miles. I'm pretty sure I could beat him. So
I think so.
That's fair.
oh man, all right. So Simon, what do we got coming up next, dude? What's going on?
Yeah, so
I know we're running a little behind
we
schedule.
did say that we had a packed house. And you guys saw the pictures from Captain America. So we do have one more guest that will be joining us today, and that is
Here comes
Ashley
the
Cooper
space.
of
No,
Great MSP.
I am scared. Now I am very
Hi,
scared.
guys.
Ashley,
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes.
welcome.
Yay! Success.
the one and only queen of box wine. Woo!
This is my first tech bar that hasn't started with audio issues.
Oh, it did.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
Mine
we
didn't
did.
We
start
weren't
so
sure
well.
yet.
We absolutely did.
the IT Nation one, literally like 20 minutes, no sound.
Oh, that was so bad. That was
We got
the IT
Farley.
Nation one. We were
What's
like
up,
20,
Farley?
25 minutes.
Somebody
But
said it's your
I have to give
bedtime,
Simon
Ashley.
in the.
What did
Oh,
you say?
chatbot.
What happened, Brent?
Oh,
What was that?
that's mean. Dallas, you're mean.
There's
Oh.
a story, maybe?
So
I don't know what's going on.
It just got
yeah,
played all of a sudden. Let's get back to box wine. Let's get back to bourbons and box wine.
Simon, what are you doing? Hey, is it
yeah,
time to tell me
I don't know.
what
We
happened
kind
to
of
your
just got
girlfriend?
derailed.
I have no
Is it
idea
time
what's
The
going
more
on.
people we have on,
What
the
happened
harder
to
it
your
is.
girlfriend, man?
So-
Now you can say it. Now you can say it. Maybe.
No,
Ashley
not
can
yet.
give you
We'll
some
save
advice.
that for later. So one thing, all, and then we told you guys that Restream, we're starting a new platform. We're still trying to figure shit out. So one of the things that all of our guests have in common today, not only from working from Gradient MSP, is that they're all from Canada, right? So, Colin, where are you at? Goldie and then Ashley. Which part
So
of Canada?
I'm out. Well, I'm not as far west as Goldie. So I'm in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, about an hour away from the nice side of the Rocky Mountains. But it is definitely winter here right now.
I say that I'm from Vancouver, British Columbia, but I'm actually about 45 minutes south of that, right on the American border in a place called Tsawwassen, British Columbia, Canada. And
Can you
it's
spell it?
beautiful. It stinks. It's a farming community. So yeah, it definitely smells like manure. But it's a lovely place to be. We're not far from the beach and we're not from
I
the
think
border.
that's you could spell it.
I said spell, not smell, but that is
Oh,
a good
sorry.
fact to know now about Tsawwassen.
I challenge anybody to spell Tawasin. There is a secret. I'll teach you. I'll teach you if you try. In the chat, I will pay somebody $100 US if you can get Tawasin without Googling it.
There's Google.
It's not like they're gonna Google. You
It's
know,
the honor
people are very
system.
honest.
Yeah, the honor system amongst
Yeah.
a bunch of drunkards. That's good. Speaking of, maybe we won't do Thwaston, but we'll do unprecedented since it's been a minute without drinking.
Oh,
There you go.
You Googled
There's
that, Drew. Get out of here. Yes. My mother taught me that you spell it saw, was, sent, and you take the T from the back and put it on the front. There you go.
Ah, that's cute.
Oh, I'm supposed to
Pay
drink.
someone $100 US to Google a town from Canada. Hunter's not wrong.
Fine, Drew. I'll send you the cash. I'll send you the cash. It's coming out of Colin pseudo IT Glue's budget, something like that.
We'll count it for user testing.
That's a good.
Sweet. That's going under the experience budget.
And what about you, Ash? Where are
we
you
just-
located?
Did we
She's
just?
frozen. We just froze her.
So are you.
Oh, you're frozen.
You're
you
frozen.
guys are-
I'm not frozen.
Go to your frozen.
Is that not every drunken night? No, you're frozen. No,
What did you ask me where I'm from or what I'm drinking?
Let's go with yes. You can do both.
Both.
Well, we know where I'm from. I'm from Toronto, or just outside of Toronto. Technically, I'm from Kitchener, Ontario, Canada. I am from this. I think what we agreed upon last time was the city that Rim was from. That's what everybody knew it most as.
You mean Blackberry?
Blackberry. Sorry. Yes. Is that
I
like calling
vaguely
it lab
remember that
tech? Is that
conversation.
can that
Is
be?
that?
the
That's
same?
pretty much the same, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't
Um,
laughing at you, Ash. I was laughing at people started going, "Let it go, let it go."
Yep.
Because we made our Frozen reference.
Frozen.
I mean, if you're gonna sing, I mean, we'll give you the stage. You can sing.
I haven't had that many bourbons yet, dude.
He'd rather freestyle rap, actually.
I'm sitting there and IT Nation. This has got to be like second night. Like this is 3:30, 4 in the morning. I'm sitting in the lobby with Jason Slagle and Michelle McBain, Ragusa McBain, and Mark Hinderhees, and we're sitting there in the lobby, and we close down rocks. We close down all the drinking, and it's just four of us, and we're just doing drunken stupor talking. Jason and Michelle are the most animated I've seen anybody, more than anybody should be after that much drinking at 4 in the morning. And then Mark dead stops, looks at me and says, "Sing." And it was the most like random and uncomfortable moment in my like. He just call you on, and then just dead quiet, and he's like, "Sing." I'm like, I don't know if he was gonna ask me to dance or if he was gonna, yeah. So I normally I would. My brain froze at that moment. It was my lost opportunity, but
What did you sing? And could you give us another rendition right now?
I didn't though. So I got stage fright. I got, it happens, as
Happens
you
to
get
the best of
older,
us.
I bet your singing is unprecedented. I have no idea, but I would love to see.
Namaste, my friend. Namaste.
Okay, is that two then? Are we doing two?
Hell yeah. Yeah, there's
I'm
Jason.
out.
Michelle's a machine.
I'm
She
out.
really
What do I
is.
do next?
I'm out. This is what you do next, Goldie.
You got to do that peanut butter, man.
You
That-
take your box
Goldie,
of
don't
wine.
mix bourbon. Don't mix bourbon.
You put it
No,
right
I
here.
disagree. We were going to have that debate. You can mix as much bourbon as you want. You just can't
Thank
let that
you.
box wine sneak in, or you can't let that tequila shot
right.
sneak in, or you're in deep.
All right.
No
Yeah,
mixing.
that's where you get messed up. So, and that's the mistake we did at Write a Boom, where Jason and I and Connor and Rob Ray was there, and we
Rob Ray.
we hit it hard. We hit
Rob Ray
everything
hits it
hard.
hard. He's known to hit it hard. He hits it hard. He hits it real hard. I've
You're
been
right.
hitting Rob Ray hard for about 7 years. Oh, sorry. What? Continue. Or he was hitting me hard or something. He was my mentor.
Somebody was hitting something hard. It was,
He taught me. Don't tell him that I said that because he'll be upset. But yeah, he taught me some things, a few things.
oh, that's right. And yeah, Connor says no mas tequila because of course we were doing 10 shots at a time, or 10 or 12 shots. There were mistakes at Write a Boom. Not if you don't remember. Actually, Alex fell asleep in a where was it? Alex fell asleep in a chair somewhere the first night before I got there, and yeah, it was an interesting night. Those 10 tequila shots. Heather's asking what I was saying. That's a good question. I'd like to go around the room real quick. Because I know we're all a bunch of numbnuts. We've all done stupid shit, which I'm assuming includes karaoke at some point. So I'll start with you, Danny. What's your go-to when you do karaoke?
Oh, easy. What's the name of the song?
He doesn't know.
Give me a second.
It's not easy when somebody's like, "Go
Outside, Stain. Outside, Stain.
Okay, that's respectable. What about you, Colin? You're at least to the right of me there.
You know what? I don't know. God, I haven't done karaoke in freaking forever. Generally, it's a bit cliche, but I think I've done the grease lightning thing far too many times over the years. If we're being real.
Okay. Do you get into the dance too? Is it like you don't
Man, when I hit the right level, the right threshold of beverage intake, it all comes out for sure.
Kyle's already singing it. Kyle Spooner is already singing in the chat. So all right, Ash, what about you?
What's your karaoke song? Goodbye Earl, Dixie Chicks.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Only time I care about that song is when I need to sing.
Goldie, bring it home. What's your go-to if you're on the mic?
I would never do karaoke, as you guys know, but if I did happen to dib-dabble a little bit, I might do a little Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. When I was dead, picture this. Yeah, that's
a boy right there. Oh yeah,
I might have a couple.
I love it, and you're in the tracksuit and everything. I mean, you're ready to go, dude.
But I would never karaoke.
I almost, and that wasn't planned. I almost feel like Goldie was waiting for it. That was his moment. Like,
I've been waiting a decade to be called upon for
that. He's like, "Don't call it a comeback." No. And to answer your question, Heather, my go-to is usually the old standards, Frankie, Blue Eyes, Rat Pack, that kind of stuff, or Three Doors Down, Superman. It's kind of my thing. So, what do you call it?
Closely related songs.
Yeah, they are. They're closely related. And is it, if this wasn't a whatchamacallit? And so that's not the only thing. We have games coming up. How's that for a segue? I'm trying to multitask here. Simon, we have a game coming up, right? What do we got coming up here?
Yes, we do. So since we mentioned that all of our guests are from Canada, we want to test how much you really know about Canada. So we're gonna play a game called Is It Canadian? It's very simple. You guys are going to have to pretty much say if the invention was created in Canada or not. If you get it right,
that is such a weird layout for Restream. Like,
yeah, it is.
That is all right. So we'll speed round because we have one more guest we want to come up, and I know he has a hard out at 8:00. So we'll go with Ashley first. Ashley, Canadian or not Canadian?
Very functional, so Canadian.
That's fair.
Colin, you arrived at it's Canadian.
Goldie,
it's Canadian.
Danny,
not Canadian.
I'll abstain. Simon, what is it, dude?
No, it is not. No, it's not. No, it's not.
Get it,
America.
Or
Wikipedia. I don't think the thesaurus tells you, bro.
I think that means that it was like he wasn't born in Canada, but I'm pretty sure he invented it in Canada.
It was Canadian. It was invented by a Canadian.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
It says it was invented in Chicago.
But the game is
or New Jersey.
St. Catharines.
What place was it invented? Not who.
No, it just says, "Is it Canadian?"
Is it Canadian?
If somebody creates something like
no, I mean that's not.
It could be, I don't know.
No, that's like cherries, like the maraschino cherries in the U.S. are like copies of the Italian.
Going back to the cherries. Going back to the cherries.
Yeah, it's all about the cherries. All right, so we'll start with you first, Colin. The Zamboni, or the Zambroni.
I don't think it is. I don't think the Zamboni is Canadian. We use a lot of them. But
Yeah, right. I mean, it's for hockey. It's for ice. You figure this would be a Canadian, like the need would come from Canada first. Goldie.
So, not that it's relevant in this case, but are we talking about was it created on Canadian soil or by a Canadian or?
Was it
We're
created
asking
on
for his
Canadian soil?
birthplace, not like
It's not
the
Canadian.
history of the
Goldie's really
inventors.
passionate about discovery.
Yes, I am. It's not Canadian. I've discovered, unfortunately, not.
Okay, all right. Ashley, I mean,
Yeah, I'm gonna go with no.
Danny, what say you, sir?
I don't think so either. But I don't think it was U.S. though.
No, it's not. No.
No, I don't think it's U.S. But I know it's not Canadian. But
We
Simon's gonna
got
put a
somebody
flag up
saying it's from Jersey. Where's it from?
Drew having the same idea as me. Florida. Sorry, wrong game.
That would make so much sense. I mean, where's it from, dude?
It looks Italian, Bryce.
It is
Oh,
US.
America, USA,
Where?
USA.
Before the next
Thanks
one.
for cleaning our ice.
There you go.
Oh, why
See, this is evil. This has to be Canadian.
Yeah.
Ask you first. What say you?
I think I remember hearing that this is Canadian. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think that I'm leaning towards Canadian.
Maybe.
All right, Colin.
I think it's Canadian too, for some reason.
Yeah, Dave.
Clarification:
It's better
is
cold
it
than
ham?
warm, though. That's my.
Did the
Clarification.
ham have
Is it
Canadian
ham or
Canada?
Oh, is it ham or Canadian
ham
bacon?
or
it
Canadian
does look
bacon?
like-
Is
See,
it ham or Canadian
that's a
does
bacon?
good
look like
qualifying
Canadian
question.
bacon.
That is
Ooh.
absolutely fair.
If it's Canadian bacon, then it's Canadian. If it's ham, then definitely not us.
Did it come out of beaver?
Doesn't all ham anyway? So all right.
Wow.
So here's the thing, though. Alex is saying it's Hawaiian dub, but French fries aren't French. So you know,
Correct.
I mean, all right, Danny. What are we at here, man?
You know, I was leaning towards not, but then when Goldie mentioned Canadian bacon, it kind of looks like that. So I'm gonna go with Canadian. Yeah,
I
go with that.
I can't stand Hawaiian pizza. This is an abomination to my soul.
You
so
gotta try it cold. You gotta try it cold. That's the way to eat
I'm
it.
fine with cold pizza. I can't do pineapple
love
and ham on a pizza.
Cold
Can you do
Hawaiian
pepperoni
pizza is
pineapple,
the
though?
way.
Actually, it works, Ray, because of salty sweetness. Oh man, very good. Especially
Pineapple's
cold,
good.
like Colin is saying. Cold,
Yep.
it's
All right, Simon. Is this what is this, dude? That's awesome.
You're
Love it.
welcome, world.
All right. I think we're gonna skip
It's
this.
hilarious.
I think we're gonna skip this just because we have to for time's sake.
really
Yeah.
okay.
Okay, Simon, you can just take it off, dude.
That's not a Zamboni machine.
Hold on. We have to show the last one. We have to show the last one.
Oh, what was the last one? The parachute?
No, hold on. I'll bring it up. Okay, so in the last invention we have.
Why do you have it titled the Zamboni machine?
And
You
you
can
got
tell I was rushing to get this done.
Is this Juan again? Is this? See, I know
You
that's
need-
from Florida.
You need that other picture of the LinkedIn girl.
Jason, get
Which
me
one
the
is
picture.
the
dude. I know
real
you have it
Ashley?
like on your. I guarantee you that picture is saved in Jason's OneDrive. Do you remember where that Ash from? Because she had
was-
like a college degree.
Yeah.
She,
She was from. I think she went to University of Southern Florida.
Oh, of course she did. That makes absolute sense. And we have the creator of the
Wow.
Ashley body here with us. I don't think you ever met the creator. We have the one and only Drew Hacksworth. What's up, brother? How you doing?
I'm Drew. That's my name. Wait, shit. I'm trying to do the Ashley when she did it.
You want to wrap yourself in a blanket of security?
We're repping my
Drew is the one who made our Phil Only Goose picture.
nice.
What's the link? Can you put that in the chat
I'll send you
or send it in
later.
private? And I'll
That's
put it
no
up on screen.
the Phil one.
Yeah, you changed
Only-
it from my name. It used to be my name.
I think it's /gradient maybe.
Gradient.
Maybe not. I'll find it. Hold on.
You know, I just thought of something. This is a perfect time to say namaste, Drew.
Namaste.
Namaste.
my
Oh,
friend.
namaste. Namaste.
Namaste, dude.
Oh, that's 4 of them. All right, guys.
Look, we match.
We do.
Aw.
I do have a clarifying question. When earlier you joined us, Ashley, and somebody put in the chat room about bot, it almost shut the whole event down. But now it comes up and it's totally fine to talk about. Is it because we're a couple bourbons deep or maybe a box of wine?
That's because they finally got to the bottom of the creator. There.
And Drew is the founder of onlygoots.com. This is
Jesus.
This is fun.
Which
This isn't
I-
scary. Somebody told me this is supposed to be scary.
shit, I don't even have the link to the OITVOIP one either. When you give me the link, we'll put up the Phil one.
Yeah, I'm working. I gotta find it. I forget what it is. 'Cause
Oh,
I changed it
MS
from Ashley.
MSP Geek is on free trial, so I can go and find that other Ashley
Oh,
picture.
Do we have another free trial?
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
was-
it's like
It was
nonstop.
Gavin this time. Oh, by the way, I brought Gavin with me.
Oh,
So now this is his
I love
second. This is his second attendance to a.
The UK
Okay.
Gavin Stone. He has been with us. I got to see if I can find that photo from the tech bar. That was awesome. He was with us at the tech bar at IT
Set him
Nation.
up right there at the front.
I got to call out something
Yeah.
that's in the private chat here. I guess Drew saw Batman, and so I have a really important question. Is it Robert Pattinson? Is it Christian Bale? Or is it Michael effing Keaton?
I mean, it was Robert Pattinson.
Oh,
It was Glitter Vampire.
Who's the
Either
way.
better?
Right?
Who's
I mean-
the better Batman?
Oh,
You gotta include
that's
Affleck in
that's
that
what
too,
you're
then
asking.
Goldie. There's been a few. There's been a
Oh,
few.
God, they're
There's
all.
No,
only
if you say Val Kilmer, I mean, come on,
There's
get the hell
only been
out.
one,
I mean,
but
It
let's
was
see what
George
he says.
Clooney. I mean,
Yeah.
we have to give it to Adam West. Adam West was the
There we go.
was the one and only.
I don't
The
know if I
real.
believe it.
Schooled. Okay, schooled. Well played.
No.
I didn't get that as an
I had to
option.
update it.
And there you go.
So I don't know. See,
Got it.
I have a deep affinity for Batman. These are real sound panels we had created just for us, by the way. So
Nice.
you know, our swag store is strong. But obviously we have the Batman Begins as one of them. I'm going to go ahead and jump in here. I'm going to say Keaton, Bale, anybody else doesn't fucking matter. I mean,
Robert Pattinson.
that's basically.
But I like Ben Affleck too. So Pattinson
Yeah.
was good. He was.
Okay. So here's my thing with that. I actually have a strong stance on this. I'm very opinionated on this subject. So I thought Ben Affleck was going to suck. I saw Batman versus Superman, and it sucked as much as I thought it was going to suck
The movie sucked.
until
Yeah.
I saw the Snyder Cut. When I saw the Snyder Cut, the whole story made a whole lot more sense, and I actually enjoyed it. So now I actually have an appreciation for Affleck as Batman, but he's still not Bale, dude.
No.
I mean-
No, not even close.
Pattinson
there
ranked
you go.
less than the cartoons. Correct. I haven't even seen the movie. No one mentions Affleck for a reason. Clooney, give me a break. And yeah, just shut up, Michael Keaton. Let's move on. Cool. All right, guys. That sounds good.
Let's go.
That's
What the
it.
hell is that?
I shut it down.
You shut it
All
down.
right, cool.
No, I don't know.
Conversation over.
Does anybody have any alternate opinions here? Is anybody gonna like step up and say Kilmer is the?
Who's nipple Batman? I'm still
I'll-
trying to figure out. Is that Kilmer?
My favorite
It
TV
was
show.
Nipple Bat. No, it was
It was.
with Arnold and Poison Ivy. It absolutely was.
Yeah. It was
Joel
Kilmer.
Batman.
Schumacher directed it. That explains a lot right there. But
Okay, so who takes the worst, Clooney or Kilmer? Takes the worst Batman.
Kilmer. Kilmer was a better Batman, but it was an awful.
Kilmer
Bruce
was a
Wayne.
better Batman. Wasn't as good a Bruce Wayne, right?
Yeah,
Like that's
exactly.
No, he
and Clooney was a
Yeah.
great Bruce Wayne, but not a great Batman.
totally.
Who was the
Yeah,
best Joker?
That's come on.
That's Tommy Lee Jones.
no-
Come on. I know. Okay,
He was Two-Face. What the
That's why I'm the Joker.
Why are we even talking about DC?
So good.
You know why? Because it's the new
That was a
norm. That's
test.
why.
Oh, shit, I hate the new norm.
I'm going to say right now that my all-time favorite so far DC show or universe experience has been Peacemaker.
I agree with that.
I haven't watched it yet.
It's
I
really
hear it's
good.
great,
It
but I
is-
haven't watched
It's
it.
really
John
good.
Cena is so funny. It is just
And that's for me because I didn't like Suicide Squad 2 at all, or the Suicide Squad, whatever they want to call it, the reboot, whatever it is. I did not like that movie. But
No, I didn't
you know,
care for it.
But you're probably in the same opinion as me, Ray, and that's probably why you haven't watched it. But it's different, and it's actually
Second
really
No,
one, they made it
I'll watch
funny.
Peacemaker. I just haven't had a chance. I really haven't had it. We've had a busy couple weeks. I don't know if you know this. So, Matt, you're fired.
I thought you guys had children. I can't watch any of these movies. Who's your favorite, Wildcat or Paw Patrol character?
Easy, man. Chase.
Scout. Is it Scout?
Chase.
No,
all
Chase.
the
Chase
way.
is on the case, bro. Come on.
Yeah.
Who's the evil mayor from like the city next door with all the cats?
Mayor Hemingway. Yeah,
That-
better watch out for that
Yeah.
dick.
I like him and his cats.
And this is how you know who has kids.
well. Hence the
Oh,
puzzling look
man.
on my face.
And what's that show that had the Ninjalinos? It was the three little kids that had the green.
Pajamas or no wait.
Yeah. It was,
PJ Masks. PJ
PJ Masks.
PJ Masks.
Yeah.
that was
niece
the shit,
loves
dude.
the
We
riveting.
had some parties.
Catboy.
I have
Yeah.
I have some masks.
Gecko.
The only one
Yeah.
I know is the Super Gecko Muscles.
Yeah.
Because my niece says it all the time. It's amazing.
Owlette.
That's all-
My
yeah,
son
your
is
niece.
an owlette costume. He can fly.
That was my favorite picture ever, seeing him in an owlet costume.
I had to get him 7 costumes for Halloween this year.
So good.
I gotta
so
say,
good.
real quick, I need to put a shout out for one of the Jokers that nobody really thinks of, but actually was a really good Joker, is Mark Hamill. And,
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's okay. So speaking of
Oh,
animated,
no.
hold on. Speaking of animated, I saw a pitch the other day for Batman Beyond as a live action, and I would watch the shit out of that. That would be badass.
Yeah.
Like in a cyberpunk world, like I think now it could be done really freaking well. But
Yeah.
just calling it out there. And if it happens, I'm going to say Tech Bar came up with it first, even though I just said I watched it from somewhere else. But we'll take credit.
Well, it's got to be Jack Nicholson, no doubt. But I mean, it's like Heath Ledger. You
That's
gotta
what I was
pay
thinking of,
respect.
for the record. When I say Tommy Lee, I was thinking
I
Jack
thought
Nicholson.
you had screwed that one up. Like it's not Two-Face. It's like Jack Nicholas. Not Jack Nicholson. Jack Nicholas. There's a golfer and there's a Joker. One of the two.
Yeah, one does an Arnold Palmer. Oh wait, no, that's a different golfer. That's
That's different.
You got to pay respects to Heath Ledger, though. I mean, that is
Oh,
special.
Oh yeah, no.
oh, he was amazing. I mean, he was absolutely amazing.
R.I.P.
He was terrifying.
R.I.P.
Legit terrifying. Yeah. But Caesar Romero was the best Joker. I don't disagree with that. I mean, so it's a different. You're talking TV show though. That's a totally different. That's like the jokey, like pow, bang, shark spray.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it is. Shark repellent.
Bat shark repellent.
Well, the shark repellent's actually from the movie, but yeah.
But
it's-
okay, but if we're
well,
going
yeah.
there, Julie Newmar or Eartha Kitt.
Eartha Kitt, without question. Or Michelle Pfeiffer. I mean, she did well.
Why is nobody talking about the Riddler?
Because nobody cares. No,
Canadian.
because if you say the Riddler, you're talking about Ace Ventura. I mean,
Exactly.
Jim Carrey.
Great
Mask.
Canadian talent.
Yes, and I have a healthy respect for Jim Carrey. Don't get me wrong, but and here's the thing: I think the Riddler now, has its time. I think we've done enough Joker. Let's let it die. Let's do other stuff. Not Mr. Freeze, but let's do other stuff.
Penguin and Riddler.
You should
So-
cool off.
Remember when I was like, can my son watch Ghostbusters? Last night he wasn't feeling well, and I put on Liar, Liar. He's not supposed to watch that. Very quickly, I learned that.
Yeah, that's probably.
The best.
Whoops.
Okay, but so going back to that Ghostbusters thing though, I think Keith said it there because he's been watching movies since you had to roll them and they had the news in advance about the Great War, and so
His first movie, they called it a moving picture. That's what it was.
They're right. They had the moving pictures. But here's the thing though. So with that, yes, Ghostbusters was PG, but I would argue that PG back when I was a kid is equivalent to like an NC-17 today.
Yeah, Colin made mention of that. He said PG was different in our day, and it definitely was.
It was, man.
The goalposts a little bit.
They did. They shifted those goalposts. Yep. They did.
There's a lot of shit I watched as a kid that I watch now, and I'm like, I should not have watched that as a kid. So
thanks Lego for finding Ashley.
That's Ashley Cooper Bot.
All right.
Oh, I didn't know
That's
that.
Ashley
This is the first time I'm meeting her.
There's some similarities there.
He's not Canadian.
That is not.
Yeah, that's
No, she's Florida woman. Went to USF.
but she had an impressive work history. She, she.
That's who we thought we were hiring.
Find out.
They were real disappointed.
Did you hire the wrong one? Did you send the wrong Ashley Cooper? So if you want to know more about Ashley Bot, join the Tech Bar after party at the MSP Geek Candid Gavo call.
Gavin needed like a shirt.
Yeah.
It was so funny. It was like LinkedIn badge was like open to business with her face on it. Oh my god, I need to make it.
Oh jeez.
That's awesome. All right, so we have Simon. We have another game real quick. Our last game of the night. What do we got, dude?
Yeah. So since we were talking about movies, we like to test our knowledge in movies. So we're gonna be playing Rate That Film. Now the game is very simple.
Of course, fucking Juno comes up first.
That's the only one I know.
You don't know Dallas Buyers Club? I mean, I haven't seen
Dallas
it, but I've
Buyers
heard
Club
of it.
wasn't in Dallas?
I mean, I know of it.
Matthew McConaughey. He's
So many
special.
movies have been filmed in Canada.
So much
You have
McConaughey.
no idea.
Is that like all right, oh hey? Like is that
All
like,
right. Oh,
Like,
All right.
Between Toronto and Vancouver, we've got like every climate and every type of American city.
All your movies,
probably.
everything. Yeah, they're all
Online.
Canadian.
This was a significant upset last episode with Cynthia Schreiner, our Valentine's Lion Guard girl. So there was a lot of questions about how the rating system works here,
Yeah.
Simon.
Yeah.
Can you give
So
some
let me
clarification?
It's called Rate That Film. It's 3 films, and we're going based on the Rotten Tomatoes rating. So you have to guess which one has the highest Rotten Tomatoes rating.
Percentage. The percentage of tomatoes.
So is this critics
Not-
or users?
Critics. This will be
It's-
based on critics.
It's like crowdsourced, isn't it?
And I don't know if it's the
Something
font
like
or the
that.
bourbon, but that third one, the sweet something. I can't read that. anymore.
Hereafter.
Oh, he does that shit to me all the time because he's freaking 12 years old. So he's like an eagle eye. And I can't see shit he puts up on screen. Simon, what is this, dude?
What's the third
Sweet
one? I can't
Hereafter.
see it.
Literally
The
never
Sweet
heard
Hereafter.
of it.
That's not any
I have
better.
no idea. That one didn't.
It's not
Zoom
even a
in.
movie. Simon made that movie poster himself.
It is because I don't want to
What
click.
is in the middle?
Hereafter.
Goldie, that's absolute proof that if you were not mixing bourbon, you could read that.
Well, this is all going to be hard. These are
I'm gonna
all-
get some banana.
Right.
I haven't gotten the banana one yet.
Well,
What
guys.
makes-
I expanded my wings. I expanded my screen, and now the picture is much bigger. So I feel kind of stupid.
So
No, I
what
can
makes
see
these
it.
Canadian is what I want to know, or is it just Canadian?
Do it.
They're
because we're
so
Canadian?
they're all directed by a Canadian.
Oh,
That's-
okay.
yeah.
Okay, so
Okay.
Canadian
Oh, wait,
directors
so the
are,
exact
like,
thing that
really
didn't
good
qualify
then. So,
for
like,
the
they're all going
products.
to be really high.
I'm
The
gonna,
Sweet
I'm gonna
Hereafter
bounce
won
before we
3
get started on
awards.
this game, so.
It's winner of 3 awards.
There
We
are
may
3
not know it,
awards.
but it's a fucking good movie.
What?
Apparently.
So okay, but here's the thing, because I want to stem this off before it becomes a thing. We just said those previous USA or Canada, we didn't count it where the inventor was from. We did it where it
Yeah.
was invented, and now we're saying where the director is
Yeah,
from.
this is the back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is rigged. This whole thing's bullshit.
This is great. All right, Drew. I know you got to go. I will see you later, brother. I'll see you at the after party.
Hi,
Um,
Master.
I'll be gone all night, so I won't see you there. But you know where to find me.
Thanks for the Ashbot, dude. We love her.
You got a show
Yeah,
tonight or
can you
what?
make sure that I stay powered on for the rest of this?
Yeah, I got you on automated in Roost. Anyways,
Fun.
All right, later,
Yeah,
brother. Have a good one, man.
Later.
All right, so let's get this going. Simon, or let's start with Ashley since you're on my left now. What are we doing? We're doing the highest rated. Is that what we're going
We
with?
have to guess which one is the highest rated.
All right, why don't we do this just to save time? I'm going to count to 3 because there's no lag on this whatsoever. And what's the rating scale? Is it like 0 to 5?
Out of 100%.
No,
Yeah.
it's 100%.
It's out of 100%.
Well,
Oh.
I obviously
You like raise your finger then. All right, never mind. Ashley, what's your?
I feel like the one
what's
that's
your, what do
like
you think is the highest
staying
rated?
on its poster that it's the winner of awards is going to be the one that has the highest. That's my guess.
See,
I'm
I
gonna
don't know,
bet a
though.
guess,
I think
and
I-
that's my
Dallas Buyers Club.
guess.
I think it's
Yeah.
Dallas
All
Buyers
awards
Club.
are fair.
hold on. Is this Rotten
Awards are
Tomatoes?
always
I need to
fair.
qualify this.
Rotten Tomatoes, yeah.
Is this Rotten Tomatoes?
Rotten Tomatoes.
Rotten Tomatoes is critics, though. Rotten Tomatoes is people.
Yeah,
No,
but
it's
don't
both.
people also
No,
contribute to
both.
the awards?
No, it's all rigged.
No, yeah, it is all rigged. It really is.
I think Alex is trying to
All right,
say that
what
the
a-
Canadian Film Festival awards don't count. Come on, Alex. That's it.
Has he not heard of TIFF?
All right, Goldie.
Juno,
What?
Juno?
Which?
No, wait, that's music. Sorry.
Juno.
Which
100%
one?
I would say
Juno.
Juno. It's got to be Juno.
Juno.
Colin, Juno.
I think
Danny?
it's Juno.
I'm going Dallas Buyers Club. That's me.
I'm going to go with Ashley. Not that it's the only one I've never heard of. The Sweet Hereafter. So I'm going to go that one something. Simon, what do we got?
We have Dallas, then Juno,
Oh!
and then after with a 98%.
What?
I
The
never
movie
heard
I've
of that.
never heard of that.
This is the sweet hereafter. It tastes
I
like
am
banana.
a deductive genius.
Have we heard about
That's
these?
crazy.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, one of them.
Oh.
Sicario.
I haven't heard of any of these movies.
You haven't
Oh no,
watched
in the
Sicario?
heat of the night. I have
No,
no in the heat of the
Cario's
night.
good, dude.
You go with
Sicarios
Yeah.
a good show.
I know that's not the song, but all right, let's do this. On the count of 3, the left one will be 1, the middle one will be 2, the right one will be 3. On the count of 3, everybody put up your fingers. Careful which finger. 1, 2, or 3, which one you think it is. All right. 1, 2, 3.
3, 2, 2.
All right. So we got a lot of 2s here. Simon, what is it, dude?
It's 3.
Oh, in the heat of the night? Are you kidding me?
Really?
How is that?
Wait, my Winnipeg?
Bon Cop, Bad
Oh,
Cop.
that movie was so
Nice.
good. That has to
Ooh,
win.
The Fly. Interesting.
Is that my Winnipeg? Is that what that shit says?
I'm literally not
Yep.
gonna win.
What?
Are they
Sorry.
drowning
Winnipeg-
a dog on the cover
Alright.
of that movie?
All right.
Okay, so
Can I ask what movie My Winnipeg was, Simon?
I've never seen these movies either.
Do you think we get in trouble if we
You-
play the trailer to My Winnipeg?
Oh, wow.
No, play the
think we
trailer.
get
flagged
Play
for
the
that?
I put this in the
See?
top 10 Canadian movies. So these are all
top
totally good
10
movies.
Canadian movies off
Yeah,
what website?
This is not possible.
This is
All right.
nuts.
I've seen The Fly. All right, let's do I count of 3. Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, 3.
Really? You're going Bone Cop Bad
One,
It's such a
one.
good movie.
It's pronounced Bon
So
Cop.
whoever
It
put
is
3
half in
lost.
English, half in
I'm
French.
sorry.
Either, right?
My Winnipeg.
No.
What-
Damn it,
Oh
Winnipeg.
my god, I'm
What?
out of here. This whole
What?
thing is a joke. This is a
Hey.
lie. This is a sham.
Is this Rotten Tomatoes
I guess I have
Canada?
to watch that
Like-
movie now. Like, what is
Canada.
it even about?
There's no way.
that-
This is a real movie.
This
Oh,
was
Ghostbusters
good.
is.
Oh my God,
These
Google
movies.
came
Why
up-
is that in French?
SOS Fantamas. What is that? Why is it in
Oh my
Spanish?
god,
What
it's a
happened
real
here?
thing. It's a real
Wow.
thing.
Century. I don't
Who's
watch
in
that.
that thing?
It's a
Star-studded
recent
cast.
too. It's not
Clearly
even
a
old.
star-studded cast. Jeez. Wow.
Oh,
They moved on.
oh,
Okay. Why is
okay.
Cool
Can we
Class
go
Wait.
over
c'est
how
pas
Rambo looks
français?
right
Wait,
now?
hold on.
Can we look at how Rambo looks right now?
Is that Ghostbusters 1? Because if it's
Yeah.
Ghostbusters
This is the
1,
first one.
then you know
I don't-
it's okay. We know it's PG.
I don't know.
Oh, I'm gonna go with
Titanic.
Titanic.
Yeah.
Titanic. There was
Cool Class
plenty of room for both of
français.
them. Plenty of room
Nobody's
for both.
going with Rambo? I'm going Rambo.
Rambo should have been. All right. 1, 2, or 3.
Unprecedented.
What? I'm sorry. Okay. No, I can't do this. Like,
Okay, we have 1, 1. I mean 1, 2, 1, 3. All right. So we have
Survey says-
Rambo, or yeah, with
Rambo.
87%. Then we have Titanic with 89%. And then
No!
Ghostbusters with 90%.
Yes.
Who are you gonna call?
A lot of
Yeah.
people say that's like literally the perfect movie, like everything,
God.
edited and everything, like from beginning to end. So
I
yeah.
still need a response though. Why is it the French version? Are we just getting the votes from Quebec, or are we getting them across the country? That's interesting.
He was
Ooh,
still
I
It
in
was a
at
clue
that
to win
time.
the game.
You got to
Wow.
expand this. What is that thing in the left-hand side there?
Oh, here's the
Room.
secret, guys.
Room.
Remember
Room.
the first one, Juno won, and look at the middle one from the director of Juno. Just
Mhm,
saying,
mhm.
Yep.
IP.
Yep.
I don't know.
Yep.
Let's see what
It's
happens.
George
see,
Clooney.
Danny, you've been in our planning meetings. You know damn well we don't plan that well, dude.
Yeah, and
So
first,
is it
we
Bruce?
didn't
This isn't
even
Marvel,
put it in
dude.
the first slide. The hereafter one in the first slide.
Oh, it
I'm
was.
confused.
Alright.
I don't know
He's-
anything about broom. I know men with brooms. Is it men with brooms?
No, that's Room.
Is it room or room? It's
Room.
room. Like,
I like Alex's idea. We should be picking the one that we're giving the
Yeah.
sorries to.
the sorries, the Canadian sorries.
How sorry
Murray.
are we for this film? I say
All right, let's do 1, 2, 3, go.
Okay, we have
I agree, Steven.
2,
I'm
1,
just basing
2,
it on what I
3,
like.
1. So we have Up in the Air with 90%,
damn it.
Room with 93%, and then Arrival with 94%.
Wow.
Great
Alright.
movie.
I want to see
Jeremy
Arrival. I keep
Renner.
forgetting to watch
It's a
that.
good
Who
movie,
wouldn't
right?
love something with Jeremy Renner?
It's Hawkeye. He sings. He plays guitar. He's Hawkeye.
Plays
I
a
mean,
mean
And
game
it's
of
Lois
tag.
Lane. It's Lois Lane as well.
He managed to hide an entire family for half.
did you say he's Lois Lane?
No, and it's Lois Lane. Amy Adams, Lois Lane,
Oh.
Ren. Best superhero
Oh,
of
I'm
all
like,
time.
why are you calling Jeremy Renner Lois Lane? Like, what the fuck,
No, I
dude?
said and Lois Lane.
My cousin
Thank you,
Tim
Matt.
Golden says Laserdisc will never die. Fuck yeah, cuz.
I see that,
Which-
but he misspelled disc. that shows age. If you
Canadian
write
version.
DISK and none of us
Canadian
question it, we're like, yeah,
Canadian
you can tell.
Wow.
Ray, you didn't even comment on the fact that I brought my box of wine with me.
I did notice it. I love you kind of freeze every time you go refill from the box, which I think is perfect because it highlights the box. I love it. I love it.
I maybe
Oh,
should
it's
knock
awesome.
it over my
Rewind.
computer though. There we go.
Rewind, rewind is good.
And then I've got my
Farley.
my water, so I can grab a water.
Hydrate.
I guess we'll take your word for it.
All right.
You want to do tequila shots? They're right there.
I'm not allowed by my marriage agreement. I thought we established that earlier.
It's in a different.
It was
time
in the
zone. It doesn't
vows.
count, right? That's the way that works.
We're not in a different time zone. She's fucking upstairs. You
No,
want to get
I'm
me
in a
in some
different time
serious
zone.
shit?
My tequila's in a different time zone.
Oh well, yeah, okay. Now we're starting to see a crack in the marriage agreement. I like it.
That's a good question there. Who is bougie enough to have a VHS rewinder?
Ooh.
I know.
Did anybody of us? Nobody's going to claim that. I did not.
No.
I
was-
stopped,
I
no.
did
I
not.
stopped
I was-
being brave enough to watch the mystery VHSs in my parents' house.
Oh yeah, you got to be careful with those.
One's in the
I've been
shoebox.
caught with it.
If they
One's
were
in the
shoebox or the
Yeah.
or the
Don't
nightstand,
go in the
you never
shoebox.
watch those ones.
There was
Don't
one
go
that
in
I
the
turned off
shoebox.
real quick. It's like,
Yeah.
never mind.
What
Yeah,
is that? What?
You know, there was a lot of landscaping in the videos I found sometimes that had shrubs and bushes.
Yeah.
That's as far as I'll go into that.
Yeah. And then we started a landscaping business. It's awesome. I just remember putting tape over those VHSs and then recording MTV. Well, it was actually Much Music because we didn't get MTV in Canada, but whatever.
I
Music
recorded
videos,
2
folks.
Wong Fu Thanks for Everything Julie Newmar twice.
On the
My
same
favorite
one?
movie.
On the same VHS?
No, it was on 2 different ones. I really liked that movie.
Just in case you lost one.
We had.
I had
total
I had a VHS of Star Wars New Hope recorded from TV with Walter Cronkite during the commercials giving stories, and I rewatched the hell out of that.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So we had a bunch of family films, like family videos. My mom recorded over all of them for like soap operas, General Hospital, all that. You can't find any of them. They're all gone. Lost forever.
Do you guys ever go to the chat? Like, what's happening here? This is so funny. Like, we got VHS rewinder equals kids. Okay, I'm out. Then we've got we had good drugs back then. The Rose knows.
Please be kind. Rewind.
What's
Yeah,
up,
that
ladies?
was
rewinder. Golden. I thought we were cousins. Now you're just offending me.
Did you used to hate getting charged for not
Well,
rewinding?
did it? Lord of the Rings? Lord of the Rings wasn't on VHS, was it?
God, no. No.
No,
No, man.
VHS
Way.
with that.
No. Now I will tell you, Godfather was on 2 VHSs.
Yep.
Titanic was 2. The
Scarface.
Sound of Music, don't fucking judge me.
Scarface.
It was on 2.
Scarface.
Yeah. Scarface was 2. Yeah.
The Little Mermaid.
Hey, Aaron, what's up, dude?
The Little Mermaid was on VHS. I was watching that, when I was.
So my parents had all the Disney collection stuff from like when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm talking like 50, 60, 70 VHS tapes
Yeah.
of like the classic like box. Like
Who needs
what's
Disney
freaking
Plus,
awesome.
baby? Just get the VHS player out. Let's do a whole new
it's-
world.
I mean, it's nothing like watching like Ariel with her thingamabob, and then like you get the lines across because that tape's a little messed up. Then
I
Gotta
converted
pull it
all
out,
of my Disney into the
turn it back
digital.
in.
kids will never know the pain of like wanting to watch a movie and having to wait like a minute and a half to rewind the whole damn thing.
Or like,
Like,
you watch like one of
fast-forwarding past
those
the FBI.
like
Right.
network TV streams, and they have the commercials every like 10 minutes, and the kids are like, "What the fuck is
Yeah.
this?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, it's commercials, buddy. Like, get used to it."
And you fast forward too far, you got to go back. Yeah.
You remember the VHS where you had to hold the finger on the fast forward, and then they finally came out with the one where you could like push the button, and then you had to like quickly.
What's
We had it when you rewound. It would start really fast, but as it's getting to the end, it would start to
Slows
slow down
down.
so you don't snap it.
Yeah.
We had a VHS that the actual weight or balance that actually determined broke, and it would constantly snap off the tape or the film. It was ridiculous.
Wow, Betamax.
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 Yeah.
You guys know the story of why VHS reigned over? I know Danny does because we've had this exact
Yep.
conversation.
Sony, baby.
The power of a
you want to share it
patent.
with Mr. Colin Knox?
Power of the patent, man.
Yep.
So Betamax was a far superior, for all you freaking young kids in the chat. Betamax was a far superior platform. However, on the West Coast, they started filming porn on VHS.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was easier to get porn on VHS, and that ended up winning. And historically, any format Sony owned won. As you go through what was
Blu-ray.
it?
Blu-ray
Not
and
Blu-ray.
HD.
Blu-ray versus HD DVD.
Yeah.
The mini disc versus CDs, and
Yeah.
traditionally anything Sony owned
Can
won.
you imagine trying to sneak around a Laserdisc porn? that would be impossible.
We'd find a way. We'd find a way. We'd always find a way.
You got there.
I remember Sears catalogs with the swimsuits in the back. We found a way.
What is Betamax? Freaking Caleb, dude.
You sure?
Caleb.
Ashley has left the conversation.
Yeah, actually.
Ashley's out.
Okay, and then he redeems himself.
You sure could. You sure could.
You get ported blockbuster. You absolutely could. They had the back room with the curtain, and you would always you'd go with your friends. You'd have somebody distract the one up front, and then you'd sneak into the room while they were distracted.
You just stand outside and wait for somebody to walk in there, because some of them had the swinging doors, and you just do the quick. What?
Nice.
You just had to time it.
Nice.
I agree with that.
These kids
You
never-
guys are
Only 2 types of
disgusting.
people. There was
You guys
only
are
two types
sick.
of people. The ones that do not care, they just walk in, they don't even care, and then the other ones like, and then they go in. It was always those two types.
These kids have it too easy nowadays. Now they go on Hulu and Netflix, and we had to go to like
Hulu has
Blockbuster.
porn?
There were 4 copies of the movie you wanted. There's 4 copies of the movies you wanted, and if God forbid you went on a Friday night, you went to get your movie, all you saw were the boxes because the movies were gone. Like there was no way to get the movie.
That's
Yeah.
so
Looking forward to watching that show. I think the main character from Brooklyn Nine-Nine is going to be one of the ones leading it.
Mm.
What show?
What show?
Blockbuster.
Mm.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Mm.
They're making a show.
Oh,
called
that's freaking
Blockbuster.
cool. What's the guy from Lonely Island?
Yeah.
I forget his freaking
Adam
name. He's funny as
Sandberg.
shit.
No,
He
Adam
is
Sandberg.
Adam
Adam
Sandberg.
Sandberg. No, not Adam
Sandberg. I kept getting
Yeah.
Jesus, way too much here. This is
The other white guy comedian. Yeah.
Old-fashioned.
Adam Sandberg.
Jesus.
He's one of my
I'm
favorites.
sure you guys seen that whole that Brooklyn Nine-Nine where he had everybody singing what was it?
Oh my god, that's my
Backstreet
favorite.
Boys?
Oh man. Yeah.
Yes.
What about the SNL Andy Samberg? Like, dude, the
Oh,
SNL
Dick the
days.
Box?
Oh my god,
With
that's the
Justin
one where
Timberlake?
he's like, "It's gonna be a fine day today." He's having a good time with some cocaine. Yes. Anyways, yeah. That's a good segue from the porn conversation. It might be a little
Sure
more.
was. Sure
No
was.
politics.
We went
No
from
politics or
porn to cocaine?
religion. Sorry, no politics, no religion.
Yeah, but porn is on the table. Porn and weed are on the table.
Namaste.
Uh,
Namaste. Let's get back to peace and love.
Namaste. Oh, namaste.
I feel like, can I bring up, Ray, you need to add a new word to that. Like those words.
So you're the second guest to have said this. Cynthia said the same
Can we
thing.
say
I am
something about the
taking
agenda, like if
recommendations.
it's not on the agenda, like something.
Oh, I like that. That's good. Yeah. Or it went off
I
the
wouldn't
rails.
mind. What do you
Did
think
we
like
say
a
it
word,
went
making a
off the rails?
word?
Like a word
per
of the
show.
week type of deal?
Yes.
Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
that makes
Yeah,
sense.
we need a word of the week for sure, or by week.
Is this going back to Pee Wee
Oh, yeah.
Herman? I watched that show as a kid too. I love that. The word of the day.
Oh, I thought you were referring to something.
Get it off the printer. That's not on
And
the
of course,
agenda.
Tim Golden.
That's not on the agenda.
The year of the
I
API.
feel like there's
No.
Simon, that's a brilliant idea. Let's build it into the schedule for next week. All right, good. Later. Let's build it in the schedule for next episode. We will start making a word of the episode. I love it. And actually, we'll just if you guys have any ideas, ping us on social, ping us on throughout the next 2 weeks until the next episode, and we will definitely do it. Simon, I think that's a wrap for us tonight. Goldie, Colin, Ashley, thank you so much for being part of this. We appreciate you guys. You're awesome. What do you guys got coming up? What's next in the world of Phil the Flamingo?
you.
We're sticking around for the after party, aren't we?
Wait, what do you got going on next week?
Yeah, we do have something going on next week with Great MSP. But first, if you guys want to say anything that you guys have going on besides the stuff that you have going on with OIT, you guys can bring it up, and then I'll talk about whatever we have.
Are any of you guys going to CCF, to CompTIA CCF in 2 weeks?
Who may? Who knows?
I
don't
can you
know.
explain to me
I'm
why
not.
I'm not on that?
Me? Or him?
I don't know. I'm on the CDAC. I definitely think you should be, because I respect the shit out of you in your roles throughout the years.
I just
so
feel like it's literally
let
in
me
the
make some
name,
calls.
like communities and councils. Like, come on, let's.
Yeah. Let me make some calls. I'll have my people call your people. We'll see what we can do.
That's awesome.
All right, so Simon, what do we got coming up? We have a packed schedule. What do we got coming up,
Yeah, we're
dude?
doing that. Is small as shit. Holy crap. Hold on.
Wait,
So we just got wrapped up with the Tech Bar podcast with Gradient MSP. We also we're streaming the Cyber Drink Capture the Flag that Kelvin set up. So if you guys haven't registered already, make sure you register to that. You guys might be a little bit behind because the competition already started, but you might be able to place and get some cool prices. Next
And if
week
you don't
on
get into the top 10, that's fine because number 11 will be 6 months worth of bourbon to make you forget it.
for all our Tech Bar fans, you see.
You're welcome.
There you go.
Next week on Thursday at 1 p.m., we're teaming back up with the Grading MSP team. We're gonna be doing a partner first. What if you never had to do billing reconciliation again? And that's with Ray and Dave Goldie. March 24th at 1 p.m. we have a partner first webinar, the top 10 compliance questions for new VoIP resetters with CLA. And then on April 7th at 1 p.m. we have a partner first webinar featuring Gozinta as well. So make sure you stay tuned, you subscribe, you like, you do all that to stay up to date with everything that we have going on.
Yeah, so we have a bunch of stuff, as you can see, happening in this awesome partnership with these awesome people. And then, we actually, do a lot of events, as you can imagine. But we want to know, like, what is next? Like, come connect with us on LinkedIn and let us know what to do next. We've got all the usual suspects coming up, but we'd like to do some stuff that's outside of the box and not the status quo. And so connect with us on LinkedIn and smash us and let us know, what would you show up for? What would be worth your time and energy? I did a drinking event on Monday and we had a few people show up, but I was basically drinking on my own. So let's figure out like what's going to add the most value for your time and energy investment. So connect with us on LinkedIn. Give us a smash, say, hey, this is what would make sense for us, and we'll go do it.
I love that. I absolutely love it. And I want to give a special shout out to Dallin Loomis, who, of course, pinged me on one of the Slacks and for the
There you go.
Mjolnir
It's there.
mask.
It is.
Nice.
Yeah.
There it
Only
is.
one available though, Ray. What are you gonna do?
Which end do you
said
drink
were
out
gonna-
of?
I
Be
know.
zero in a minute. Yeah,
That's awesome.
and I will bring it with me. Oh, it has etching and everything. Okay, this is gonna get bad. I will bring it with me to events. So, which we got. Thank you so much, guys. We appreciate you. And we will see each other very, very soon on the partner first. Till next time, namaste, my friends.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.